Alright. Yeah, it's my headphones on. Oh man, my head kind of hurts. Oh Jesus. Okay. Gotta finish doing what I'm doing. Turn it the fuck back on. Hey, that's big. Okay. Not a single viewer. Alright, let's get to work. Let's get to work. New game. Long, long ago, in distant land, there was a mighty sultan. Also, excuse me, I'm gonna be eating. 8 years ago, this sultan ascended to the throne over his father's corpse and inherited his vast empire. Real shit. Real shit, king. He was a cruel and cunning ruler, ruthless to enemies and kin alike, had an innate thirst for the misfortune of others. Evil as fuck. Real shit, king. He made his subjects fear him, which made his rule unshakable. Wealth, status, slaves, he had whatever he desired. People bent their backs before him. The flowers in the winter garden bloomed overnight at his command. Boring. Damn! Calls him bitches boring. Day after day, the great sultan exhausted all earthly pleasures. All the things that the past sultans and kings had enjoyed, ultimately he got tired of it. To have everything but no joy was truly vexing. What fun shall I have today? Is there nothing new to please me? To present you a game. Bring them in. Okay, cool. The stranger claims to be a magician from a distant land, and has brought a game favored by monarchs from other continents. The essence of the game is to re-experience all your power in a more thrilling and entertaining way, she says. I have a box full of cards, each corresponding to an indulgence only the Sultan is entitled to enjoy. Alright, come on. What we got? Every time you draw, you receive a random card. They're called Sultan cards by those of distant lands. The cards depict tasks to be completed. The first to exhaust all the cards in the box shall be known as the King of Kings, Sultan of Sultans. There are 4 types of tasks in total. If your majesty will allow me, I'd like to explain them one by one. She bows her head and raises a wooden box. Please, your supreme majesty. Tap on the box, draw your first card. What we got? A silver carnality card. Behold, there are two words to every sultan card. Carnality refers to physical pleasures, and silver is color. Its tier refers to the tier of the object of pleasure. Though all things are but ants at your feet, O great sultan, they are unequal in their insignificance. Some would always be a little bit nobler, and you have the right to dictate your subjects' worth. If your majesty so commands, it would delight me to greatly explain this game to you, but of course you are the supreme sultans. You are the sultan supreme in station and wisdom, infinite in glory and radiance. Even without my humble counsels, you would surely master it in no time. Alright. Speak me out, lady. Oh, fuck. This is good. I'm a goddamn genius. Talk about the cards. 4 kinds of cards, each with 4 tiers. Whether or not magic ensures that cheating is impossible. The Sultan's game has granted you the power to see everything in its proper tier: gold, silver, bronze, stone. Even the Sultan cards bow to this hierarchy. They're so neatly within these 4 ranks. Now, dissolving a Sultan card typically demands a character or item matching caliber. Bronze for bronze, silver for silver. But to make the game more amendable, should you be a higher tier piece, it can serve to settle a lesser card. For instance, you might sacrifice a silver target that satisfies a bronze bloodshed card. Carnality, bloodshed, conquest, extravagance. Delight with women, with men, or any other arrangement your imagination conjures. No shit. Random phone call. Alright. The same companion cannot be reused to resolve multiple carnality cards, at least not without elevating their station or employing more inventive methods. Okay. Satisfy a bloodshed card. You only need to slay a person of appropriate tier, perhaps some other intelligent being. Slightly straightforward. Fewest restrictions. Alright. Conquest is military and extravagant spending, construct opulent estates, host revels of unparalleled splendor, or indulge in pursuits glorious and practical. This is a game for people who know how to live large. Right. I want you. Game imposes no time limit, yet every moment you spend will be etched into its annals, or annals, I don't know. An eternal record for countless rulers yet to come. They will measure themselves against your legacy, vying to surpass it. Consequences, your majesty, surely you just monarchs yourself holds dominion over all. This game demands no price from one of your station, nor does impose limits on how you may rise to its challenges. It is, after all, merely a pastime for those of supreme power. Rather, is it not so that bloodshed, conquest, carnality, and extravagance are freedoms reserved for sovereigns alone? Play, indulge, throw away your worries. Who could possibly deny you? Well, now I gotta see what this says. Am I evil, chat? I might be just a little evil. Fuck it. Your majesty, your attention brings me great honor. However, the powerful magics of the game shield me. Neither the blades of your armies nor the might of your enchanted ring can so much as graze me. Worry not, I shall remain ever at your side, day and night. You will have plenty of time to pursue such endeavors. For now, though, might return to the matter game, perhaps when the day comes that you complete it. Okay, real. I see. That will be all. Alright. I think I can do this. Engage in carnality, summon sealed tier. You can choose to whip, molest, or torture them as long as it brings physical pleasure to him. Once his desire is fulfilled, the requirement of carnality card will also be satisfied. Click to open it. To break this card, I need to indulge in carnal pleasure with summon silver or gold tier. Place it in the slot. I get to choose between the seductive and the aged consort. Wait, in the honor, this is outrageous. I'll record His Majesty's choice. Oh yeah, my scribe, my goat. Scribe's out here writing shit down. Okay. Here's the thing, is that like I have no desire to burn gold cards early, you know, because like at least to some degree. Right. Click a card slot to filter placeable cards. Right click a card slot to quickly place it in cards. Madness and chilling indifference on the worthy cards. Just who he is. Alright, cool. Alright. Here's the thing, I don't really care for the silver consort much. Fuck it, sure. Click in data progress game. Alright, cool. And the Sultan, you know, gets his bang on. The Sultan revealed the silver card. Until this moment, the courtiers thought it was just a joke. They all wore cautious smiles and tried not to spoil his mood or fall victim to the game. The Sultan, however, scanned their faces with amusement. He was the great Sultan who could laugh off everything in the world except for the game. The game was something he took seriously. The Sultan chose the seductive consort as the target of carnality. Overwhelmed by sudden public favor, the woman forgot something important. The Sultan loves to watch women fight for him, but he does not like being used as a trophy for boasting. She swaggered into the Sultan's seat proudly, her voluptuous body pressed against him, her silk hair rubbed against his skin. During their pleasure, she flaunted enviously at other consorts, basking in the aged concubine jealousy. She even left claw marks on the noble Sultan with long nails. Finally, her actions bored the Sultan. The next moment, on the golden throne, the woman struggling in panic, as if a disobedient ram being throttled. At last, peace she quells. Her empty eyes reflected courtiers' figures that gradually blurred, faded perhaps because the court was dismissed, or perhaps because her life had ended. Damn, I killed her? Holy shit. She died? The first card made the Colton very satisfied. This was truly a game made for him. He starts to draw the second card. Oh, I have to press the box again. Holy shit, here we go. What we getting, baby? Oh, bloodshed. We have bloodshed. You're fucking lying. Bloodshed, a fine version of ruler. No doubt you have long since grown accustomed to the symphony of blood and screams, yet the beauty of this game lies in its unpredictability. Not even your majesty can know what enjoyment awaits. The thrill of not knowing what delights await makes each move all the more enthralling. The mysterious magician's gaze passes over the trembling courtiers. Your exalted majesty, supreme in splendor, how do you intend to resolve the card? Is there anything new? I don't think there's anything new. Yeah, no, it's just allowing me to read. Alright, cool. Alright, I've triggered a bloodlist. Who the fuck is Vizier? I don't actually know what the fuck you do. Some royal blood, but really propelled him in such high position was the wealth he invested in the Sultan during his early years. Investment tenfold. Okay. Sultan's elder sister, but for those royal bloods, hardly unusual arrangement. It is said that she slipped her father's brother's battle pants to the Sultan, thus earning her place to royal shy to share his glory and victory. 2 physique, 8 charisma, 5 wisdom, 5 sociability. These guys have stats. Oh shit. 3 physique, 3 charisma, 8 wisdom, and 3 sociability. That's a pretty big ass. That was a pretty big ass wisdom score on the high. That guy could make some fucking money. Yeah, Chi2 has dreams. Alright. I don't particularly want to just kill my sister. But, like, we can't kill the general, because Conquest is a real one. And we can't kill Vizier, because Vizier, unironically, is going to be super useful for, whatchamacallit. Like, he'll be useful for other shit. So, sorry, bitch. You gotta go. Am I just killing my fucking, like, trusted sister and also a chick I have sex with? I see, this game certainly makes pastimes more thrilling. The Sultan seemed high in spirit, very intriguing. Silence fell over the lapis lazuli palace. People held their breaths. The fear had clutched their hearts. Their expensive silk robes were drenched in cold sweat. The Sultan toyed with the card in his fingers. Who would he choose? The Sultan chose the aged consort. She loved the Sultan deeply. After all, the Sultan had killed her parents and brothers to ascend to the throne, yet she still chose to become his consort. She never feared him because this man was her only love in all her life. But she knew that fear had quietly eroded her loved one's soul. Sometimes he would wake up with a start in the middle of the night, or keep rubbing his blood-stained hands in his sleep. When he talked about secession, his eyes were cold as if he was talking about an enemy. Unfortunately, these final thoughts would never be heard. The poets would start singing 1,000 versions of the teardrops of her execution day. Sorry, girlie. You're cool and all, but, like, I kind of unironically need, like, people to run the place more than I need personal pleasure. Alright, wake up, new day. What we got, baby? One extravagance card. A stone extravagance card only costs a tiny portion of the Sultan's wealth. The game isn't only about bad things happening to you, the Sultan laughed. See, now I have rewarded you with something. The courtiers forced a few chuckles from their throats. Okay. Some insane. Right, strolls to army, or just maybe. Nameless beggar. Completely baffled. Alright. Sultan. Coin. And it's just locked in for the beggar, actually. I can't swap out who gets the dough. Oh. Your Majesty. Oh, I can give a person? I can give this beggar a person. I'm willing to die for you, but I am not qualified. Violates the rules, doesn't it? This makes no sense. I can give some of my wealth to this beggar, or I could give a person. For the Sultan, completing the stone extravagance card would be effortless. But he went out to ruin this rare entertainment by simply giving a few coins away to his guard. The courtiers went great lengths to find a beggar. They must not be too dirty. That would displease the Sultan, nor could they look too clean and neat to be too real. Needs to be real. Now, Sultan is going to reward this beggar in person. To the Sultan, it was a trivial gift. For the beggar, it was a turning point in his life. Place the Sultan the extravagance card and select the rewards. He uses rewards. The stone extravagance card is the lowest tier. Any rewards can satisfy its requirements. I see what you're saying, game. Because, like, by all technicality, I could just give him the slave girl. But he's a nameless beggar. He's not going to put any use to her. He has literally no reason. Shit, I did not meet the requirement, Yarrow. Oh. Greed or lust. Does the slave girl feeds greed? Slave girl feeds lust. Do I have any women in my thing anymore? Yeah, no greed, no lust. It's either money or the slave girl. Fuck it, we'll give him money. I need another, like, low tier card to burn anyway. Yeah, buddy. Get to spending. Consider it a gift from your god king. For the Sultan, completing stone extravagance card would be effortless, but he not want to ruin his rare entertainment by giving a few gold coins away to his guard. Blah, blah, blah. We already read this. Turning point in his life. 5 gold coins. Everyone praises him for show of benevolence. Someone said 5 gold coins were enough to feed a family for a week, only to be immediately ridiculed who claimed a poor man could never earn 5 gold coins in a year. Someone suggested he buy a head of livestock and live off it. Others argued that he could invest the money in a small business growing his fortune. While they were imagining the offspring of the nameless beggar would repay the Sultan 10-fold, 100-fold, and even more, the beggar had his throat slashed in a dark alley in the lower town. His fingers were mangled because he held onto the coins too tight. Those coins were supposed to change his fate. So I gave him coins and he got fucking robbed. Should have given him the fucking slave girl, bro. Not that she would have been able to do anything, but like, hey. At least it doesn't fuck with my bag, you know what I mean? Got robbed, fucking pussy. So far, everything has ended in death, which really isn't that bad. Conquest. Hey, alright. Draw a bronze conquest card. Conquest meant taking what belonged to others. Bronze tier corresponds to the size of a small town. Fortunately, there are enough targets on the Sultan's map to choose from. Royal sword. Okay. Okay, can I give it to the Sultan? Holy shit, I can. I didn't mean to. I don't know if there's any way to unequip it. That's the wrong conquest card. That's a tactics. And I kind of wish I hadn't just given him the sword, actually. Is there any way for me to, like... Try the start of last turn. That's a waste of money. Involved in a ritual process. Alright, cool. Wait, I didn't mean to do that shit. God damn it. process of a ritual. What did I do? See, the joke scares me. Yeah, I hadn't actually meant to do that. Man. Alright, I hadn't actually meant to do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna speed through the exact same fucking events. Auto. Get through here as quick as possible. Yeah, blah blah blah. Come on. I made a mistake. I want to fix my mistake. I gotta get back to conquest. Killing. Extravagance. A man who cannot feed himself cannot feed his slave. Simple. If it is his fate to die, then it is better to keep the slave, because inevitably she could be traded for something else. Money is a paltry sum in the face of human life. Yeah, Mr. Baker. Get fucked. Okay. Surprisingly enough, it's a really high combat score. I'm kind of scared of giving the general sword, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh. This is what you're good at, buddy. Get to work. There was a prosperous city near the Sultanate that had been trading treasures and spices with the Eastern Empire for decades, if not centuries. They also made a lot of money, maybe too much money, from the Sultan. It was about time for them to pay the price. Once the target of conquest was decided, the melancholy that had shrouded the court during these games was swept away. The courtiers began talking about the inevitable victory enthusiastically. There's only one question left: who the Sultan would send to take the loot. Glory to the Sultan. Sultan's army beheaded the town's guardian, though merely months ago, the Sultan promised them autonomy. At that time, the guardian had knelt and kissed the Sultan's feet in gratitude. Nevertheless, the bronze conquest card is resolved. What a fascinating thrill those last 2 days were. Your game is good. I understand it now. Come, let's continue playing. This conquest card didn't lose my man. Supremely easy victory. After several rounds of practice, the Great Sultan got the hang of the game. Later, he would draw several Sultan cards in one day and complete them in the most dramatic ways. It only took 14 days to run out of all the Sultan cards, setting the game's fastest record ever. As anticipated, every victory came at a cost. With each draw, someone would disappear from the palace, becoming part of the Sultan's game. For 14 days, the court was filled with screams, cries, mad groans. When the curse box was finally empty, the officials breathed a sigh of relief, and the Sultan's game was finally over. However, the magician put all the broken cards into a bag and shook it vigorously when they were unbelievably restored to their original state by some mysterious magic. Great! It seems we can continue to play. The Sultan was so pleased that he even clapped his hands. Bring me the box. Let's see. Let me draw a card and see what fun awaits today. No, this must be stopped. Someone has to dissuade the Sultan from playing this absurd game. You take a deep breath forward. You have a feisty rebuke. Reads a heartfelt admonition. Alright. This could be crazy. I don't know. I don't think the Sultan might respect it. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. Holy shit. Gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, I wonder if it's like actually all that interesting. Okay, so I'm not the Sultan. No, this must be stopped. Someone has to sway the Sultan. Give a feisty rebuke or raise a heartfelt admonition. We'll give a heart. Seeking justice for the innocent victims. Make your speech until your mouth feels dry, but it clearly has no impact on the Sultan. Even the magician pays you no mind. As you come to a stop exhausted, wondering if your life is about to land, the Sultan suddenly casts you a curious look. Verily so. A wise monarch should not commit such acts, but neither should a wise monarch abandon his own delights. In which case, why don't you play in my stead? You, my loyal subject, I command you to play this game for me, this Sultan's game. He bursts into laughter as you stand there, dumbfounded. Choose the narrator of your story. Difficulty of the story itself will remain the same. Kind of storyteller, full of patience and goodwill towards you. Harsh, each week you can exchange 3 Sultan cards. You have 7 days to repray. Hassan, good friend of yours, but also a poet with principles. No one gets to refute his stories except for the delightful Mutton Stove. Harsh, joy and sorrow. Occasionally, Mutton Stove would munch on a manuscript, and Hassan will have to rewrite the tale, rewrite the previous turn for 10 times. Story is rigorous. Each week you can exchange 1 Sultan card. Start the game with 2 gold dice that are guaranteed to produce success. And then the Magician. The Magician delights in your suffering, and to partake in her stories to invite suffering. Narset in your minds, holy. You have to pay an extra cost of living for maintaining your lifestyle and social links. So there's easy, normal, and hard. I think we're gonna go with normal. Hassan's my goat. This game, will you win by drawing all the cards like the Sultan himself, or we'll go with this name. Come from a noble family that has served the Sultan for generations. We're gonna go with... fuck it. Money makes the world go round. We'll start with money. Strength, combat, and physique, sociability, and charisma, or mind giving me wisdom. I feel like we'll go with the mind here. Conservative old bloods are keen to keep slaves to show their authority, while open-minded young nobles, influenced by progressive ideals, tend to form cliques between themselves. One noble follower. What do you love most about your wife, who has always accompanied you? Valor, wisdom, or beauty? Beauty, absolutely. The Sultan considers selecting a player as part of the game itself, forcing you to participate in these cruel games on his behalf. He pardons any possible crimes you might commit while resolving a Sultan card, such as murder, adultery, robbing, and hoarding troops, not out of mercy, but because he hopes for a more spectacular performance from you. Remember, you only have 7 days to break a Sultan card, or you'll find yourself just another victim of this wicked game. Alright, time to get to work. Conquest. Unsatisfied with the drawn Sultan card, you can exchange it for a different Sultan card. I don't mind Conquest, honestly. I don't have a single person to lead a fucking army, but I don't mind it. Go on, draw an extra. So I could draw an extra, which would suck. I could change it. I could chat with her or progress. We're gonna progress here. Alright, cool. We're gonna leave. Alright. You drag your weary body from the court. The courtiers silently watch you. Some relieved that they aren't the ones advising the Sultan. Some secretly delighted in your misfortune, and others genuinely sympathizing with you. But none of that matters anymore. You're embroiled in the Sultan's game, with the card in your hand burning like coals. You have 7 days to break it. After that, you'll draw the next card. The struggle will continue, and the next, and so on and so on. The carriage traverses the city to your residence, the bustling market, steaming bathhouse, and the comings and goings of people receding behind. Soon you return home, or your wife, already informed of the news, standing at the door. You walk to quickly embrace her. You're still alive, and life must go on. Using the bathhouse, the game. We found a card. Use. Drink it here. Bookstore business. Click the view button to view descriptions. Alright, cool. Alright, I see what you're saying. Notoriety, influence, infamy, and renown. Beginning of the fall. Complete the games once. Light at the end. Endless reincarnations. Survivor, challenger, victor. There's a lot of fucking achievements in this game. Wanderer of the wide world. Expand the class to the highest level. Rod of life. Abuse the sultan with the rod of life. Endure the judgment of the Sunblaze scale. Oh man, this game is fucking intricate. Okay. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words, promises, and opportunities. You need a noble to take care of these things, very cool. We have to worry about that shit later. The grand game. Being brought by the Sultan in his court is not necessarily a blessing. Noble speak. Alright, cool. Is a noble to go? Can we ask you for anything of that? Using a Sultan card in front of the Sultan might be a madness idea. What the fuck? If left unchecked, slander will grow like weeds in the ears of the king. Supreme Sultan. Okay. Frequent appearances in the palace are as necessary as water and air are to the living. Missing a friend only loses some benefits, but missing an enemy means not knowing the words that escape their lips to the Sultan's ears. Three pieces of slander will trigger the Sultan's cruel missions. I need to know what Faraj does. Alright, cool. He's my goat. This is my noble homeboy. Physique 2, support 1. Charisma, wisdom, and sociability. He's not exactly the greatest at anything. Maggie. Physique 3, charisma 3. My wife is peak. Actually, I think my wife would arguably be better at this. Oh. There's nothing new. I don't want to offer all fucking 5 gold coin, by the way. And then we will simply let Maggie be involved in the ritual process. Hold on. Palace, blah blah blah. Nobles bicker like sheep and scramble for food before their master. These include the off the sea. Palace intrigues can make the Sultan somewhat weary. Sending someone there has at least one benefit. You can receive useful intelligence in real time. Walking in the Sultan's place feels like breaking through cobwebs, moving through the gaze of ministers. In this game, more and more things entangle you. People are still willing to come over your roof and share promises, and I was not managing there was no income. I tried, but Maggie would not go. House of Delights. I still need to commit to the conquest, which is the issue. I believe in my goat. I believe in my goat. We're gonna send my wife to Majesty Estate. Send Faraj to the court. Alright, cool. The Angler isn't the largest bookstore in town, but it's certainly the most refined and oldest one. If you're willing, you should find some good books there. Visit the bookstore without spending money, you can't buy any books. Spend 1 gold to obtain a random book. Most books can be read in the Methinks section, increasing character attributes. Alright, interesting. House of Desires. City's brothel said to have a history older than the city's walls and palace. Regardless, it's a good place to read someone's cards. So no matter how beautiful or praised they are just playthings indulged for money. It costs at least 2 coins. The prostitutes would cause for resentment. There's too much energy and money on prostitutes might upset your wife. Prostitutes appearing each time are random. Once their passion is ignited, they might open their hearts to you. Many practice with Juno before marriage to gain confidence with facing their wife. Maybe we'll pour some wine for you. And coin. Yeah, no. We're not doing that shit. We really don't need to start fucking this girl. Like, we're on a path for conquest as of right now. Alright. Give this a shot. The warm floor of water soothes your tense nerves. In these moments of fatigue and relaxation, people are always more likely to slip their secrets. Here you can gather all kinds of rumors as well as tales of unrest, often dismissed by nobles. With disdain, there's bandits, adventurers, and demons. That's something or someone hasn't been discussed. Bathhouse, it just doesn't exist. It's time to test your charisma. You don't know why you always hear about various things. Maybe it's because people don't mind walking up to them. During your conversation with everyone, you unexpectedly learn about a matter that needs attention. The stares of people pierce your exposed skin. Even soaking in warm water, you can feel them, like a fisherman's thrown spears and ropes. When you arrive from the pool, there's a feeling of more and more things tugging and pulling at you, like a voyaging ship pulling at a wheel. It's a hall. Frequent appearances of the palace are necessary. You're carrying the Sega tag by Sultan, aren't you? You deserve to support the palace. Palace intrigues have made the Sultan somewhat weary. Which makes one bleed again. Sending someone there at least has one benefit. You can receive useful info in real time. Something noteworthy has appeared. Your neighbor, who always competes with you, beats his own wife just to warn her not to talk to someone like you, a man who commits adultery using the magician's cards. Exactly you described, beat him up, ignore him, just women. You don't know me well enough, friend. Now we have a chance to deepen our understanding of each other. Event as you wish has appeared. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words, promises, and opportunities. A nod, words shared, and a handshake. Oh, that sucks. No one knocks on your door if you lost a favor of the city. Increasingly, you've been gazing at the Sultan cards, caressing it. Your house seems completely empty. You run through the corridor, search for rooms in the kitchen. Everything is still there, but there is no one left. Occasionally, your wife breaks you out of your dead reveries, reminds you there's still a world out there. I need to conquer a land. House occupied by vagrants. If you wish. The House of Delights has a new bitch. Shaman enjoys almost noble-like treatment on many occasions. She has many dignified and generous patrons who also respect her. 8 gold. If you have a carnality card, you can announce to the world that you're capable of such deeds. I don't have a carnality card. With your current sociability and combat abilities, don't disgrace yourself. I don't think I have a single person who's particularly like a good combatant. Me and Faraj will go. That. We'll also bring some intuition. boys to work. End the day. Alright, come on, baby. I was complaining, and teacher learned on about his house as she was occupied by a group of cunning vagrants. Steamy mess makes everyone laugh, missing a joke, because everyone knows that he was willing to spend some more money to hire few mercenaries, only be easily solved. He hasn't done that. Perhaps he knows that you've been children on the Sultan, or either one is he who most likes or rather needs to meddle in other people's business. Oh, fuck. Alright. That's a goal. That's actually such a fucking... Damn. Alright, gang. As of right now, fucking my lovely belated wife has told me that I actually do need to go see her. So I will go talk to her for a little while. I will probably be streaming again later today. Sorry that it's so short and cutting abruptly. Truly, like, really sorry, guys. For anybody who goes back and rewatches this video. Goodbye. Love you, truly. Eventually, I'll get my own, like, backgrounds and stuff like that. Haven't gotten there yet, but, you know. It'll give me some time. I'll probably make something on MS Paint